Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss Gulmohar 7 Unit 3 Homesickness. This chapter, Homesickness, is written by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was a British writer of short stories, novels, and poems. He wrote about his boyhood years and early career in boy and going solo. I hope you all know the meaning of homesickness. Homesickness means when anyone is away from his or her home and he desperately remembering his or her home. He want to go back his home or her home. So in this chapter, Roald Dahl was telling his own experience when he was in his school. Now see the chapter. I was homesick during the whole of my first term at St. Peter's. Means when he was in his school, that is St. Peter's, I was homesick during the whole of my first term. Means full first term mein he was feeling homesick. Homesickness is a bit like seasickness. He is comparing homesickness with the seasickness. And what is seasickness? Seasickness is a feeling that you want to vomit because of the constant movement of the ship. Means when you travel on the ship, you feel vomit feeling. You want to vomit due to the constant movement of the ship. Now you see the next line. You don't know how awful it is till you get it, and when you do, it hits you right in the top of the stomach and you want to die. Means he is telling that until you will not face the situation, you can't understand which type of feeling he was feeling that time when he was feeling homesick. Means when you will realize this feeling, you will feel that it hits you right in the top of the stomach and you want to die. In that situation, anyone who is facing the homesickness, he want to die. The only comfort is that both homesickness and seasickness are instantly curable. Now the writer is telling that both kind of sickness, homesickness and seasickness, both are instantly curable. Means ये बहुत जल्दी ठीक होने वाले भी दोनों बीमारियां होती हैं. The first goes away the moment you walk out of the school ground, and the second is forgotten as soon as the ship enters the port. Means he is telling कि how both type of sickness are curable. The first goes away. The first type means homesickness goes away when you leave the school, when you leave the school ground, and the second type of, that is seasickness, it is curable when the ship enters the port, because at the port the ship will be constant and that time you will not feel seasickness. Now see the second paragraph. I was so terribly homesick during my first 2 weeks that I set about making a plan for getting myself sent back home. Means he decided that he will make a plan to go back his home, even if it were for only a few days. Means he was knowing this thing that it will work only for a few days, but he decided that he will make a plan. My idea was that I should all of a sudden develop an attack of acute appendicitis. Means he decided that he will develop a sudden attack of acute appendicitis. And what is appendicitis? A condition in which the appendix is a small organ attached to the intestines, becomes infected and has to be removed through an operation. So he decided that he will develop an attack of acute appendicitis. Now see the third paragraph. You will probably think it's silly that a 9-year-old boy imagined that he could get away with a trick like that, but I had sound reason for trying it. Means he is telling that anyone could not imagine that a 9-year-old boy is making a plan like this. but he is telling that I had sound reason for trying this. इसको ट्राई करने के पीछे जो अक्यूट अपेंडिसाइटिस का अटैक था उसको ट्राई करने के लिए आई हैड sound reason. What was the reason? Only a month before, my elder sister had actually had appendicitis. Means his elder sister suffered from that problem before 1 month. And for several days before her operation, I was able to observe her behavior at close quarters. And he is telling that from where this idea came in my mind. Because I had observed my elder sister for several days at closer quarters. बहुत पास से मैंने, बहुत नजदीक से मैंने उसके बिहेवियर को, उसकी हर एक चीज को ऑब्जर्व किया था. I noticed that the thing she complained about most was a severe pain down in the lower right side of her tummy. Means he is telling that I noticed that she complained कि वो हमेशा शिकायत करती थी about most was a severe pain, कि उसको काफी severe pain होता था down in the lower right side of her tummy. As well as this, she kept being sick and refused to eat and ran a temperature. Means as well as this, she kept being sick, or she was feeling, just because of this appendicitis attack, she was feeling sick and refused to eat and ran a temperature. Means she had fever. Now see the 4th paragraph. You might, by the way, be interested to know that this sister had her appendix removed not in a fine hospital operating room full of bright lights and gowned nurses, but on our own nursery table at home by the local doctor and his anesthetist. Here the writer is telling that you will be interested to know this fact that this sister had her appendix removed. उसकी जो बहन का appendix remove किया गया था, that was not removed in a fine hospital operating room that was full of bright light and gowned nurses were not there, but it was happened in his own nursery table at home by the local doctor and his anesthetist. Anesthetist means a doctor who gives an anesthetic, a chemical substance used to make a person feel no pain. आपने देखा होगा दांत के डॉक्टर के पास जब आप जाइए तो वो दांत में कोई भी ट्रीटमेंट करने से पहले एनेस्थीसिया देता है, उस जगह को सुन्न कर देता है. सो दिस एनेस्थेसिस्ट, the person who gives the anesthesia. In those days, it was fairly common practice for a doctor to arrive at your house with a bag of instrument, then drap a clean sheet over the most convenient table and get on with it. Now the writer is telling that in those days, means in his childhood days, it was fairly common practice. It was the most common thing for a doctor to arrive at your home with a bag of instrument, then drap a clean sheet, और उसके बाद घर पहुंचकर वो एक clean sheet को drap कर देता था over the most convenient table and get on with it, और उस convenient table पर वो अपनी clean sheet को फैला करके और अपने काम को जारी करता था. Now see the 5th paragraph. On this occasion, I can remember lurking in the corridor outside the nursery while the operation was going on. In this line, he is telling that when the operation of his elder sister was going on inside the nursery, he was lurking in the corridor. Lurking means waiting quietly and secretly. My other sisters were with me, and his other sisters were with him, and we stood there spellbound. Means we were totally attracted towards the operation room, listening to the soft medical murmurs coming from behind the locked door and picturing the patient with her stomach sliced open. Means we were trying, I and my other sisters were trying to listen the soft medical talks which were coming from the operation room, and we were making the picture of the patient, means our elder sister, that her elder sister that her stomach sliced open, कि उसके पेट को हल्का सा कट करके ओपन किया गया है. We could even smell the sickly fumes of ether. Ether is a kind of gas. It was used earlier as an anesthetic that made the speaker feel uncomfortable. And he is telling that this sickly fumes of ether filtering through the crack under the door. ये sickly fumes जो ईथर की थी ये कहाँ से आ रही थी? जो दरवाजे के नीचे क्रैक्स थे वहां से आ रही थी. Now see the sixth paragraph. The next day we were allowed to inspect the appendix itself in a glass bottle. When the operation completed, on the next day we were allowed to inspect the appendix. Means हमें उस appendix को एक glass bottle में inspect करने के लिए देखने के लिए allow किया गया. It was a longish black wormy looking thing and the appendix was looking just like a worm. जैसे आपने अर्थवॉर्म सुना होगा या वर्म मीन्स क्रीपिंग इंसेक्ट्स लाइक थिंग. एंड आई सेड डू आई हैव वन ऑफ दोज इनसाइड मी नैनी. एंड आई आस्क्ड सरप्राइजिंगली विद माई नैनी दैट डू आई हैव वन ऑफ दोज इनसाइड मी, कि क्या मेरे अंदर भी ऐसा एक चीज होगी. एवरीबडी हैज वन, नैनी आंसर्ड. नैनी means the person who is appointed to look after the children at home. Everybody has one, कि हम में से सभी के पास एक होता है. means appendix सभी में होता है. What's it for? I asked her. Now the writer asked to Nanny that what is the use for this appendix? God works in his mysterious ways, she said, which was her stock reply whenever she did not know the answer. God works in his mysterious way, कि भगवान रहस्यमयी तरीके से अपने काम करते हैं. Now this answer was given by Nanny and this was her stock reply. Stock reply means typical reply. Whenever she had not any reply, that time she had always given this reply. What makes it go bad? I asked her. Now the writer asked to Nanny that what things is there which makes the appendix bad. Toothbrush bristles, she answered, this time with no hesitation at all. Now the Nanny answered with full confidence, without any hesitation, that toothbrush bristles, कि टूथब्रश के जो ब्रशल्स होते हैं उन्हीं के कारण से अपेंडिक्स खराब होता है. टूथब्रश ब्रशल्स, आई क्राइड, हाउ कैन टूथब्रश ब्रशल्स मेक योर अपेंडिक्स गो बैड. नाउ द राइटर इज आस्किंग टू नैनी दैट हाउ कैन टूथब्रश ब्रशल्स मेक योर अपेंडिक्स गो बैड, कि कैसे टूथब्रश ब्रशल्स जो होते हैं वो आपके अपेंडिक्स को खराब करते हैं. Nanny, who in my eyes was filled with more wisdom than Solomon. Now the writer is telling when the nanny has given the answer of toothbrush bristle, now her position was in front of writer, became very intelligent person. And now Nanny replied, whenever a bristle comes out of your toothbrush and you swallow it, जब भी ब्रिसल्स जो है टूथब्रश से बाहर आ जाता है, टूट कर निकल आता है, एंड यू स्वेलो इट, और तुम इसे निगल लेते हो, इट स्टिक्स इन योर अपेंडिक्स एंड टर्न्स इट रॉटन. तो ये पेट में जाकर के अपेंडिक्स से चिपक जाता है और वहां पे इसको अपेंडिक्स को ये रॉटन कर देता है. इन द वॉर शी वेंट ऑन, मीन्स शी कॉन्टिन्यूड, शी इज टेलिंग हर रिप्लाई दैट in the war, लड़ाई में the German spies used to secretly send box loads of loose bristled toothbrushes into our shops. कि लड़ाई के दौरान जो जर्मन स्पाइस थे, जर्मन जासूस थे, वो ऐसे लूज ब्रिसल्ड टूथब्रशेस के जो बॉक्सेस होते थे उन्हें लोड करके सीक्रेटली भेज देते थे हमारे शॉप्स में, हमारी दुकानों में. एंड मिलियंस ऑफ आवर सोल्जर्स गॉट अपेंडिसाइटिस, और हमारे मिलियंस ऑफ सोल्जर्स को अपेंडिसाइटिस हो गया था. ऑनेस्टली नैनी, आई क्राइड, इज दैट ऑनेस्टली ट्रू. नाउ द राइटर इज टेलिंग व्हेन नैनी टोल्ड टू हिम दैट जर्मन स्पाइस did this thing secretly, so I asked to Nanny that इज दैट ऑनेस्टली ट्रू, कि क्या ये बिल्कुल सच है? आई नेवर लाई टू यू चाइल्ड, शी आंसर्ड. नाउ नैनी आंसर्ड टू मी, टू द राइटर, दैट आई नेवर लाई टू यू, कि मैं तुमसे कभी भी झूठ नहीं बोलती. सो लेट दैट बी अ लेसन टू यू नेवर टू यूज एन ओल्ड टूथ ब्रश. सो लेट दैट बी अ लेसन, कि अब तुम्हारे लिए एक सीख है कि यू नेवर टू यूज एन ओल्ड टूथब्रश, कि तुम कभी भी ओल्ड टूथब्रश को इस्तेमाल मत करना. फॉर years आफ्टर दैट आई यूज टू गेट नर्वस वेन एवर आई फाउंड अ टूथब्रश bristle on my tongue. Now the writer is telling his condition that after this incident, whenever he got a toothbrush bristle on his tongue, he became nervous. As I went upstairs and knocked on the brown door after breakfast, I did not even feel frightened of the matron. Matron is the person is or a woman who is in charge of the living and medical arrangements of the children at a boarding school. Now the writer is telling that as I went upstairs and knocked on the brown door, कि जैसे ही मैं सीढ़ियां चढ़कर ऊपर गया और मैंने नॉक किया ऑन द ब्राउन डोर आफ्टर ब्रेकफास्ट, नाश्ते के बाद, आई डिड नॉट इवन फील फ्राइटेंड, तो मुझे बिल्कुल भी डर का एहसास नहीं हुआ. किसके डर का? ऑफ द मेट्रॉन. कम इन बूम्ड द वॉइस. नाउ ही इज टेलिंग दैट फ्रॉम इनसाइड द रूम द वॉइस केम, कम इन, कि अंदर आ जाओ. आई एंटर्ड द रूम क्लचिंग माई स्टमक ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड and staggering pathetically. Means now he has started his drama of stomach ache. So he is telling that I entered the room, कि मैं कमरे में enter किया मैंने, clutching my stomach on the right hand side. राइट हैंड साइड की तरफ I have clutched my stomach. Staggering pathetically. Staggering pathetically means walking with difficulty, in a way that any person can feel pity for you. Means he was making all that things to execute his plan. What's the matter with you? The matron shouted. When the author entered the matron's room, matron shouted, for which reason you came here? It hurts, matron, I moaned. Now the writer moaned. Moaned means made a low sound to express his pain, that it hurts. Oh, it hurts so much just here. Means now he was showing his pain in the stomach to matron. You have been overeating, she snapped. Snapped means she shouted in a very sharp sound that you have been overeating, कि तुमने बहुत ज्यादा खा लिया होगा. What do you expect if you gobble cake all day long? Now she is asking to him that what do you expect? कि तुम क्या expect करते हो? If you gobble cake all day long, if you will eat the cake full day. I have not eaten a thing for days. I lied. Now the author is telling that I lied. मैंने झूठ बोला. I haven't eaten a thing for days. कि मैंने काफी दिनों से, कई दिनों से मैंने कुछ नहीं खाया है. I could not eat, matron, I simply couldn't. Now he said that I could not eat, कि मैं खा ही नहीं सकता था, matron, I simply could not, कि मैं बिल्कुल खा नहीं सकता था. Get on the bed, she ordered. Now the matron ordered to author that get on the bed means go and lie down on the bed. Now see the 25th paragraph. I lay on the bed and she began prodding my tummy with her fingers. Prodding means pushing with a pointed object. And which pointed object was there? That was her fingers, matron fingers. So when the author laid on the bed, the matron started to prodding on his tummy with her fingers. I was watching her carefully, and when she hit what I guessed was the appendix place, I let out a cry that rattled the window panes. Now the author is telling that when she started prodding on my stomach, I was watching him carefully, watching her carefully, and when she hit at that place where the author was guessing that this is the appendix place, he started to cry. And which type of cry he made? That rattled the window panes. Means he cried in such a voice that the window panes started to rattle. जो खिड़कियों के शीशे थे वो हिलने लगे. Ow, 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 I cried. Now the author cried means he made the cry of pain. Don't, matron, don't. Now he started to say that, matron, don't do like this. Then I slipped in the clincher. Clincher means here I slipped in the clincher means I convinced to matron. I have been sick all morning. Now he told to matron that I have been sick all morning, कि मैं सुबह से ही बीमार सा फील कर रहा था. I moaned means the author made the low sound. And now there's nothing left to be sick with, but I still feel sick. Now he said in a very low voice that there is nothing left to be sick, कि बीमार होने जैसा कुछ भी नहीं बचा है, with but I still feel sick, लेकिन मुझे फिर भी बीमार जैसा महसूस हो रहा है. Now see the paragraph number 26. This was the right move. I saw her hesitate. Now the writer is telling that this was his right move and he saw that the matron was hesitating. Stay where you are, she said. Now the matron said to author that stay where you are, कि तुम यहीं रुको जहाँ पे हो, and walked quickly from the room and she went out from that room. She had had a nurse's training and she did not want a ruptured appendix on her hands, because matron had a nurse's training and she did not want, वो नहीं चाहती थी, a ruptured appendix on her hands, कि उनके हाथों से जो appendix है वो broke हो जाए या burst हो जाए. Now see the next paragraph. Within an hour the doctor arrived and he went through the same prodding and poking, and I did my yelping at what I thought were the proper times. Means the writer was telling now when the matron left the room, after that within an hour the doctor arrived and he went through the same process of prodding and poking just like the matron, and I did means the author did the same yelping. Yelping means crying at what he thought were the proper times. Means उसने जो सोच रखा था कि ये proper time होगा चिल्लाने का या cry करने का, उसी time पे उसने cry किया. Then he put a thermometer in my mouth. After that, after doing the prodding and poking, doctor kept a thermometer in the author's mouth. He said, it reads normal. Let me feel your stomach once more. After checking the temperature, doctor said to writer that the thermometer read the temperature normal. Let me feel your stomach once more. Means I want to check your stomach one time more. Ouch! I screamed when he touched the vital spot. Means when the doctor touched the stomach of a writer, he again screamed. He again cried. The doctor went away with the matron. Like the matron, he must have felt it safer to send me home rather than risk an appendicitis operation in the school. Means after checking me again, the doctor went away with the matron and they both discussed that it will be better to send me back home in place of the appendicitis operation in the school. The matron returned half an hour later and said the headmaster had telephoned your mother and she is coming to fetch you this afternoon. And after half an hour, the matron returned जो मैट्रॉन थी वो वापस लौटी एंड शी सेड टू राइटर दैट द हेडमास्टर, द प्रिंसिपल हैड टेलीफोन to your mother, means writer's mother, and she is coming. Writer's mother was coming to take him this afternoon. उसे घर ले जाने के लिए उस दोपहर को आ रही थी. Now see the paragraph number 31. I didn't answer her. I just lay there trying to look very ill. Means when the matron informed to writer that your mother is coming to take you, so at that time writer tried to pretend that he is very ill, so he did not reply. But my heart was singing out with all sorts of wonderful songs of praise and joy. But the writer is telling that I was only pretended, but my heart was filled with all the joys and wonderful songs of praise. Means मेरा दिल जो था, राइटर का दिल जो था वो खुशी से भर गया. Now see the paragraph number 32. I was taken home across the Bristol Channel and I felt so wonderful at being away from the school that I very nearly forgot I was mean to be ill. Means now the writer is telling when my mother came to take me home, I was so happy after being away from the school that I forgot I was ill. That afternoon, I had a session with Dr. Dunbar in Cardiff. Cardiff is place name. Now the writer is telling that at the same afternoon, my session was with Dr. Dunbar. And I tried the same tricks all over again. Now the writer is telling that I applied the same tricks which I have applied there in the school. But Dr. Dunbar was far wiser and more skillful than either the matron or the school doctor. But Dr. Dunbar was more experienced in the comparison of matron and school doctor. After he had prodded my stomach and I had done my yelping routine, he said to me, now you can get dressed again and seat yourself on the chair. After examining me, Dr. Dunbar said to me that now you go and you put on your dress and sit on the chair. Now see the paragraph number 34. He himself sat down behind his desk and fixed me with a penetrating but not unkindly eye. In this paragraph, writer is telling that after ordering me for sitting on the chair, he himself, means Dr. Dunbar, sat down behind his desk and fixed his eyes with a penetrating but not unkindly eye. Means he tried to read my mind, but his look was not very unkindly. Means कि उन्होंने मेरे दिमाग को पढ़ने की कोशिश की क्योंकि उन्हें डाउट हो चुका था. But his eyes was not very unkindly. You are faking, aren't you? He said. Now Dr. Dunbar asked to writer that you are faking. Means तुम झूठ बोल रहे हो. Aren't you? क्या ऐसा नहीं है? Now see the next line. How do you know? I blurted out. Means after listening Dr. Dunbar's question that you are faking, writer spoke suddenly that how do you know? आपको कैसे पता? Because your stomach is soft and perfectly normal, he answered. Now Dr. Dunbar answered that because your stomach is soft and perfectly normal. If you had had an inflammation down there, the stomach would have been hard and rigid. It's quite easy to tell. Now Dr. Dunbar explained that if you had any kind of swelling or pain there in your stomach, the stomach should be hard and rigid. It is very easy to say. I kept silent. Means after listening the explanation, the writer became silent. I expect you are homesick, he said. Now Dr. Dunbar said that I expect that you are homesick. तुम्हें घर की याद आ रही है. Now see the next line. I nodded miserably. Means when I was caught by Dr. Dunbar, I shook my head and replied yes. Means I am homesick. Everyone is at first, he said. Now Dr. Dunbar said to me that everyone is at first, means everyone becomes nervous when he will be away from the home. You have to stick it out, means you will have to learn to face an unpleasant situation with courage and patience. And don't blame your mother for sending you away to boarding school. Now he said to me that you will not blame your mother for sending you away to boarding school, कि तुम अपनी माँ को blame नहीं करोगे इसके लिए कि उन्होंने तुम्हें boarding school भेज दिया. She insisted you were too young to go. मीन्स उन्होंने कहा था कि तुम बहुत छोटे हो अभी वहां भेजे जाने के लिए. But it was I who persuaded her it was the right thing to do. Means I was the person who changed her mind through requests and arguments to send you in boarding school. It was the right thing to do. I said to him that it is the right thing to do. Life is tough because life is very tough and difficult, and the sooner you learn how to cope with it, better for you, and the sooner you will learn that how to face all that difficulties in your life. And it will be better for you. और ये तुम्हारे लिए काफी अच्छा होगा. Now see the line number 41. What will you tell the school? I asked him trembling. Now Roald Dahl asked to Dr. Dunbar that what will you tell the school? Means अब आप स्कूल को क्या बताएंगे? I will say you had a very severe infection of the stomach, which I am curing with pills, he answered, smiling. Now Dr. Dunbar answered with a smile that I will say, means I will say to your mother and to the school that you had a very severe infection of your stomach, which I am curing with pills, जिसको मैं pills से, दवाइयों से ठीक कर रहा हूँ. It will mean that you must stay home for 3 more days. Means you will now get 3 more days to stay at your home. But promise me you won't try anything like this again. But you will have make promise to me that you will not try anything like this in your future. Your mother has enough on her hands without having to rush over to fetch you out of school, because your mother is too busy. She has many works to do. So you will not try this kind of any activity in which she will have to rush to your school to take you out from the school. I promise, I said, I will never do it again. Now the writer is telling that I promised to Dr. Dunbar that I will never try this kind of anything. Hope you enjoyed the story Homesickness. If you are getting any problem in explanation, you can ask me. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe my channel, give your likes, share with your friends, and give your comments also.